Check it out, y'all. This Big L Coleon representing DITC Flamboyant Records.
And you know, I always tell a story that when we recorded the song The Enemy, like, yo, man, you went gold. I'ma rip you down on this song right here, man. I'm taking your 500,000 fans. I'ma kill you on this song. Oh my God, like, yo, L, could we hit him with a bat? Nah, no. You know, he was a fan square dude. He was a big gambler. You know, Big L would gamble all the time, and, you know, he would fight like big. I'd be like, yo, L, could we just go block up? He'd be like, nah, I grew up with these. Just come stand by me, I'ma fight.
Let's journey back to the 90s and explore a story where hip-hop's pulse meets the depths of street life. At the heart of this tale are two names you might recognize: Gerard G. Love Woodley and Big L. These Harlem natives found themselves in a web of violence that would shape their legacies in different ways. Gerard Woodley, who faced several legal issues in his life, was connected to Big L's Tragic M in 1999, which remains a dark chapter in hip-hop history. In contrast, Big L was known for his exceptional lyrical talent and promising future in the hip-hop world, leaving a permanent mark on the music scene despite his untimely death. Let's take a look at their intertwined paths and examine how their stories reflect the complex ties between music, crime, and community in Harlem. Gerard Woodley, who was once linked to the death of 90s hip-hop star Big L and had a history of legal troubles, met a violent end when he was gunned down in Harlem. The police discovered 3 .25 caliber shell casings. The authorities have not yet established a clear motive for the K-ing. Woodley was shot in the head right outside his home on West 139th Street, close to Lenox Avenue, just before midnight. He was rushed to Harlem Hospital but was pronounced dead. Police didn't make any arrests, and there's no info about the suspect. G. Love had faced arrest for 3 different M's back in the 90s, but was never found guilty. The beef was with Big L's brother, but the case fell apart because there wasn't enough proof. He was taken in by the cops for 2 other separate K-ings in January 96 and February 1990, but he didn't end up convicted in either case. He had a long rap sheet with a history of violent crimes. He got out of prison in September 2015 after doing 4 years for a weapons charge that had nothing to do with Big L's death. Though word on the street is that Woodley was trying to lay low, there were rumors he might have been mixed up in some shady dealings in New Jersey, which might have contributed to him getting K'd. Despite his run-ins with the law, his mom said he was a loving son. His brother Thomas Riley hinted that a Big L fan might have K'd Woodley because there was a lot of online talk pointing to Woodley as Big L's K'er. His family had a soft spot for him, understandably. They spoke about his close relationship with Big L and how he stayed in touch with the rapper's family even after his death. Woodley's aunt, Rosa Towns, called him a pretty good guy and couldn't believe he was M'd. Investigators don't think Woodley's M had anything to do with Big L's death, pointing out that if someone wanted revenge, they had plenty of chances in the 2 decades since the rapper's K-ing. Woodley's family is now mourning his loss and thinking about the impact on his 28-year-old daughter. Big L, born Lamont Coleman, was a gifted and well-respected rapper known for his clever wordplay and storytelling skills. His promising career was tragically cut short on February 15, 1999, when he was shot and K'd in Harlem.
Big L is a goat.
Salute.
Big L's the first. All our rage, I got a deal, man.
Born on May 30th, 1974 in Harlem, New York City, he was the youngest child of Gilda Terry and Charles Davis. When Coleman was still young, his father left the family. He had 2 other half-brothers, Donald and Leroy Finazzi. On February 15th, 99, when the hip-hop world heard of his death, it was a shock to most people by the tragic death of Big L. He was K'd in a drive-by shooting in front of his home at 45 West 139th Street in Harlem, reportedly shot 9 times in the face and chest. His M left a void in the hip-hop community.
I was waiting for L, I'm beeping him. Yeah, beat was packed in. Yeah. I'm calling him, I'm leaving voicemails. He's not getting back to me. And reason being was I had another idea.
Gerard Woodley was arrested 3 months after the shooting, suspected of being involved in the crime. Authorities believe the M might have been a form of retaliation against Big L's brother, but there wasn't enough evidence to hold Woodley, so he was released and the case remains unsolved to this day. In 2017, Lou Black, Gerard Woodley's cousin, published a book titled Ethylene: The Rise and Fall of the 139th Street NFL Crew. In this book, Black delves into the history and interactions between the NFL, Crew, and Big L. He suggests that Big L's eldest half-brother, Leroy Big Lee Finazzi, might have been involved in plotting against Woodley and other members of the NFL gang. Black claims that Finazzi had allegedly instructed Big L to identify the targets for a hitman from Brooklyn. Big L is buried at George Washington Memorial Park in New Jersey, where fans often pay tribute to his legacy and the impact he made in the hip-hop community before his untimely death. He was given the nicknames Little L and Montmont as a child. His older brother, Donald, introduced him to hip-hop by taking him to a Run DMC concert when he was about 7 years old, which sparked interest in the genre. By the age of 12, Coleman was a big hip-hop fan and started freestyling with other aspiring rappers in his neighborhood. In 1990, Big L began writing rhymes and expressing his love for hip-hop. He formed a group called 3 the Hard Way, but it didn't last long due to a lack of commitment from the members. After one member left, the group was renamed 2 Hard Mother Effers, and this was around the time Coleman started going by the stage name Big L. In the summer of 1990, Lamont met Lord Finesse at an autograph session in a record shop on 125th Street. Big L's freestyle skills left a lasting impression on Finesse, leading them to exchange contact information and build a connection. Big L attended Julia Richmond High School, where he graduated in '92. During his high school years, he was actively involved in the hip-hop scene, often engaging in freestyle battles with his peers. He also made a name for himself at house and block parties, where he would take the microphone and display his talent. In 1992, Big L recorded a series of demos, some of which would later find their way onto his debut album, Lifestyles of Da Poor and Dangerous. His first professional appearance was on the track Yes You May, remixed by Lord Finesse, which was included as the B-side of the single Party Over Here in '92. In the same year, Big L made his first album appearance on the track Represent from the album Runaway Slave by Showbiz and AG. This marked the beginning of Big L's professional journey in the hip-hop scene. During this period, Big L's freestyle talents began to shine, earning him recognition and acclaim. He triumphed in an amateur freestyle battle hosted by Nubian Productions, which featured approximately 2,000 contestants showcasing his extraordinary skills. In 1992, Big L signed a record deal with Columbia Records, a significant milestone in his career. He also became part of the hip-hop collective Diggin' in the Crates crew, DITC, which included prominent members such as Lord Finesse, Diamond DOC, Fat Joe, Buck Wild, Showbiz, and AG. Being part of DITC provided Big L with valuable connections and support within the hip-hop community. In 1993, Big L made his mark on the hip-hop scene with the release of his first promotional single, Devil's Son. He described the track as one of the pioneering horrorcore singles, blending his love for horror movies with the stark realities he witnessed growing up in Harlem. Around the same time, he founded the Harlem rap group Children of the Corn, COC, which included K. Cam, later known as Cameron, M. Mace, later known as Mace, Bloodshed, and McGruff. This group provided Big L with a creative outlet and an opportunity to collaborate with other talented artists from his community. In 1996, Big L broke free from his record label and went independent, and during this time, Jay-Z and Dame Dash from Holloman were making rounds through Harlem. Knowing Big L's reputation, they sought him out for a battle. The showdown took place around 140th and Lenox Avenue, creating a momentous occasion for everyone in attendance. The two legendary rappers went head-to-head, each showcasing their unique styles and undeniable talent. Witnesses claim the battle was one of the best of the era, blending lyricism and raw energy in a truly Harlem style. While Jay-Z would eventually rise to become a giant in the hip-hop industry, Big L's life was tragically cut short before he could fully realize his potential. Fans often wonder how his career would have unfolded had he not been taken from us so soon. Despite his rising fame, he remained loyal to his friends and was determined to bring them along on his journey to success. He insisted that his entire crew be signed with him, which led to discussions with Damon Dash. Dash was open to the idea, and the group, which included Big L, his crew, and Jay-Z, began the process of negotiating a deal with Rockefeller Records under the group name the Wolfpack. This opportunity had the potential to propel his career to new heights and offer support for his crew, showcasing his dedication to lifting up those around him. Who knows where this would have taken him if not for the way his life was tragically cut short on February 15th, 1999, when he was shot and killed in Harlem at the young age of 24. His death occurred just a week after he began negotiations with Rockefeller Records. As part of the group, the Wolfpack, a significant next step in his promising career. This made the loss even more devastating, as he was on the brink of achieving even greater success and changing the course of hip-hop with his unique style and undeniable talent. His debut studio album, Lifestyles of Love the Poor and Dangerous was released in March 1995 and made a notable impact on the hip-hop scene. The album debuted at number 149 on the Billboard 200 chart and number 22 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart, and it went on to sell over 200,000 copies by the year 2000. The album featured 3 singles, with Put It On and MVP both reaching the top 25 of Billboard's Hot Rap Tracks chart. These tracks showcased Big L's distinctive lyrical style and flow. However, the third single from the album, No Ends, No Skins, did not chart as highly. Nonetheless, the album is regarded as a classic within the hip-hop community and a testament to Big L's immense talent. This is just another one of the times when gang culture has taken the life of talented artists. The paths of both Big L and Gerard Woodley were undeniably influenced by the NFL Crew, a group with deep roots in the West 139th Street area of Harlem. This crew's involvement in the neighborhood extended beyond its business dealings. It shaped the environment and experiences of those around them, including Woodley and Big L. The crew's presence intertwined the worlds of music, crime, and community, creating a complex backdrop against which these two figures lived their lives. Big L's connection to the NFL Crew added a layer of intricacy to his rise in the hip-hop scene as he navigated the streets while pursuing his passion for music. On the other hand, Woodley's ties to the Crew intertwined him with the darker side of Harlem's underworld, ultimately leading to his involvement in crime and violence. Both men were products of their environment, which was heavily influenced by the NFL Crew's reach and activities. Understanding the impact of the NFL Crew on Big L and Gerard Woodley offers a deeper insight into their journeys and the challenges they faced. The Crew's influence on their lives paints a vivid picture of the era's intricacies, revealing the harsh realities of Harlem during the 90s and how the community, music, and crime were all interconnected in ways that would leave lasting impressions on their legacies. The NFL Crew is rumored to have embodied the unity and loyalty that defined its members, who all hailed from the West 139th Street area in Harlem. The original Crew members, including Reg, Lee, and TC, were highly respected figures in the neighborhood, reflecting the deep sense of community and camaraderie within the group. The Crew was made up of 3 men with distinct personalities. Reg, born in 1967, was known for his easygoing nature and knack for getting along with everyone. Lee, born in 1969, was a street-savvy hustler and the older brother of rapper Big L. Then there was TC, born in 1965, who had a reputation as a fighter, always ready to jump into a physical altercation before even considering other options. Together, these 3 figures represented a dynamic and formidable presence in their Harlem neighborhood. The Crew's activities were closely connected to the drug trade in Harlem. They gained knowledge and experience from their mentor Marv, a veteran drug dealer who played a crucial role in their entry into the business. Marv later introduced Reg to Ernie, a wholesale drug supplier, which helped them expand their reach and operations. As their business flourished, they moved into new buildings and established a stronger presence in the community. This expansion demonstrated their growing influence and ambition within the Harlem drug trade. As the Crew navigated the complexities of their business, they encountered internal challenges that tested their unity. Shake, one of their associates, was found to be using their product for personal use, which was a clear breach of trust and disrupted their operations. Furthermore, Lee, who was known for his hustler mentality, was caught skimming profits, adding another layer of tension within the Crew. Despite these signs of betrayal and the obstacles they faced, the Crew managed to maintain their partnership and continued their work. As the NFL Crew's operations grew, they encountered challenges with their supplier Ernie. When Ernie started demanding cash payments instead of providing work on credit, it strained the Crew's finances. This tension, combined with competition from a Jamaican crew operating in the same area, set the stage for future conflicts. One time, TC and Reg had a dispute with a Jamaican crew member that escalated into violence. Despite being unarmed at the time, they managed to walk away, but the situation escalated when TC was later wounded in a shooting. This led to a retaliation by the NFL Crew, ultimately forcing the Jamaicans to leave the building for good. The NFL Crew's involvement in the drug trade played a significant role in shaping the environment around Big L and Woodley. Big L grew up amidst the Crew's activities, witnessing firsthand the challenges and dangers of street life, which influenced his music and the topics he addressed. For Woodley, the Crew's dealings and associations contributed to his legal troubles and complex interactions with law enforcement. The intertwined lives of Big L and Gerard Woodley offer a compelling glimpse into the complex intersections of music, crime, and community in Harlem during the 90s. Despite following different paths, both men were deeply impacted by the environment they grew up in, a place where the influence of the NFL Crew loomed large and the harsh realities of street life shaped their experiences. Big L, a gifted rapper, was on the cusp of stardom, his sharp lyricism capturing the attention of the hip-hop world. His journey was both fueled and complicated by his connection to the NFL crew, as he navigated the dual challenges of staying true to his roots while pursuing his musical ambitions. On the other hand, Woodley's path was more closely aligned with the darker side of Harlem. His association with the NFL crew and the street life around him led him into a life marked by legal troubles and violence. Their lives were intertwined in a tragic way that highlighted the delicate balance between ambition and adversity in Harlem at the time. As we explore their stories, we gain a better understanding of how the music, crime, and community in their neighborhood were interwoven in ways that profoundly influenced their legacies.